All right. Today we're talking about forgiveness. What happens when you forgive somebody? Like somebody that has harmed you over and over and over again, and you just held that hate in your heart. So if you know my story, well, some of my story, I married, well, my husband and I have been together for 26 years as of this year, which is right now it's 2025. And so we are, um, God is truly the center of our marriage. And a few years back, when we were part of a life group, well, part of our life group, um, we were talking about forgiveness. And that's always a big topic, right? Because I know I used to say, they don't deserve my forgiveness. Like, I'm not forgiving them. After everything they've done to me and my kids, I'm not forgiving them. And that was always how I felt until I really realized that forgiveness wasn't for them, it was for me. And then my husband went through the process too, because I had gone through the forgiveness process and I felt this was a few, like maybe 4 years ago, that I felt like, okay, yeah, I've forgiven this person. But then my husband had not. And so then him and I talked about it and I said, like, let's go through this together. Like, this is the same individual and like, you deserve this freedom too. And so we went through it. It's a long process. There's no way I can talk about it right now, but it's just a process, right? And so the Lord tells us to forgive. And so we went through the process. And I think for me, the biggest, like, how do you know you've forgiven them, right? And so the biggest sign from that is that when you see them, you no longer cringe. Like for me, I would see them and I would I would feel my blood pressure go up. I would feel a certain way that was not positive. And so that was a true test. And so I would run into them and then I would feel the cringe and I was like, okay, no, I haven't forgiven them yet. Then again and again and again until I got to the point where I was like, oh my God, I no longer feel that way no more. Right. So then my husband and I we worked with him. I worked with like him and I worked on it together. And then he went through the process. And that day came where he was like, okay, I'm going to be in front of this person. Right. And so he called me immediately because I wasn't with him. And he was like, oh my God, I did it. Like, he didn't say, oh my God, because men don't talk like that. But he called me. He's like, honey, I did it. And I said, did what? And so he told me, he goes, I'm here. I went up to this person and I said, hi. I didn't feel that hate anymore. I didn't feel the cringe. Like, I just didn't feel the same way as I used to. I just said hi. Like they were just this ordinary person. And then I said bye. And that was it. It didn't affect me in any way. And so we knew that was like, okay, you did it. Like we both did it. Yay, Okay. So then this is where I want to talk about is what happens after you cut the luggage off. Like literally you're dragging this luggage as you don't forgive. And then when you forgive, it's like you're no longer dragging it. And so this is now, it's been like, I don't know, 2 years, a year and a half, that we both are like, okay, yeah, this is like a done deal. And now forgiving somebody doesn't mean you need to have a relationship with them. That's not like, I have not found that in the Bible where it's like, oh, you need to forgive, but you also need to have a relationship with them. I know that in the Bible, it says, if you're not welcome, undust your feet and walk away. Right. Or if they continue to do the same thing over and over again, forgive them, but cut the ties. And so then we don't have a relationship with this person, but when we do see them, it's like, hey, hi, right? And that's it. So, but what has it done for us? Man, our household, our family, like us as parents, us as in a marriage, our love life, like there has been so many changes in these last couple of years. And just recently I realized I feel like a lot of that has to do with us forgiving this person. Like I really do. Like our marriage is better than it's ever been. Like ever. Like my husband and I have even talked about like doing like these like marital marriage I don't know, Zoom or gatherings because like I know that they always say, God needs to be in the middle of your marriage and you become one. But I've come to realize like we truly are one. Like I can be thinking about something and he's right next to me and he's like, hey, you know what I was thinking about? And I'm like, oh my God, I was just thinking about that. But what I'm trying to get at is there was certain things in our marriage where they just randomly, like now that we've forgiven, we have such a better marriage, like better communication, better love life, better parenting. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's really true. The load that you're carrying is gone and it's like freedom. And so I just share that with you because maybe there's somebody that you know you need to forgive, but you choose not to, like I did for so many years. And so did my husband. But man, forgiveness is not about you. It's not about them. It's about you and letting go. But like as a couple, when we went through that and now like living outside of that hate and no longer having the forgiveness, it's just, I just can't describe it. I can't describe it. And we were just talking about this last night and I was telling him, like, I know that a lot of the growth in our marriage, the good growth in our marriage comes from that. Like, I know it. I know it because it just really changes, like that hate's not there. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. But anyways, that was my message today. I love you. God loves you so much more.